Today marks 1 month before I graduate from college. And it just made me think about how it's really important that I don't just trip over myself and just stumble into the finish line. I want a victorious ending. And I believe in my life I've learned how to do that to a certain degree of, finishing up jobs at Pizza Hut, internships at Stuket, and basketball managing and all kinds of other stuff. I've learned a couple things about finishing things strong. So I want to talk about 3 different ways to finish things strong, whether it's a workout, whether it's a job or something like that. And I hope that it is helpful for you as always. So the things we're going to talk about are focusing on focusing on what excites you that is beyond getting the job well done. 2, gaining strength from remembering and mind melding with those who've helped you come as far as you have. And 3, pacing yourself to the finish. As always, if the podcast helps you with growing your mindset, life, business, your yield of life, your field of life, all that jazz, good stuff, definitely follow. The best is yet to come. Episodes Monday and Thursday. We're getting back in the flow. It's been good and it's been great. And we're just going to jump in the episode now. Whoosh. I wanted like a splashing sound effect, but whoosh, that was the best I could do. So it's really important because I can think of a lot of times when I was running track in high school, and the 4th lap, the finish lap, I can think of a number of times when I was running the mile back in high school, and the 4th lap is crazy because you've got all this momentum, but you still have, you're tired, and you have to finish this thing. And it's really important that you're able to focus on what is helping you. It's really important that you remember that this is a very temporary thing and focusing on what is beyond getting the job well done. Sometimes when I take cold showers, I don't really want to do them, but I remember that I can warm myself up super, super good. The second I jump out of the shower, I just need to push through it. Same thing of getting homework done. Same thing of other stuff. Getting this podcast episode done now means I won't have to do it tomorrow, and I won't have to stress about it. I'll be able to enjoy more of the process. And I think this is super important because it's really easy to focus on other stuff, right? Because I've worked really hard in college, and it's really easy to kind of stress out and be like, oh, but I don't have enough energy and sleep, and it's like, it's a struggle, and it's just rough. But then it's like, wait a second, this is going to be over really soon, and I should enjoy it as much as I can. And, it's going to be difficult, but, there's so many other things. The second after I graduate, I'm planning to, take a pretty good break from stuff. I'm going to plan to have, a podcast backlog and just be able to chill out for a bit and work on some other stuff. And it's going to be so nice. Even if it's, a week where I just do no homework and no podcast stuff and I just chill out. That will be so beautiful. And I can think of multiple times in track where I was like, I want to get better. I want to improve. This is one practice. It's a hard practice, but I'm going to finish it to the end because I want what finishing to the end strong looks like. And so the first thing really is just focusing on what excites you about what is beyond getting the job well done. Maybe you could write down some of those things. Having them in your mind is very good, but really meditating, visualizing them is helpful too. Just remembering this is such a temporary thing. I made a little Instagram thing that says your seat of life is going to change. You're sitting in a seat right now, but I promise you it is going to change. You might be living with your parents now. You're not going to live with your parents forever. You won't. You maybe live with them for a little longer than you want, and it feels like forever, but you still won't be there forever. So your seat of life is going to change. You're going to move around. So enjoy the seat that you're in. Finish strong. Number 2 is gaining strength from remembering and mind melding with those who have helped you get to as far as you have. And, this is interesting because with running track and I'm tired, it helps because I remember one of my coaches is a big reason why I got my 5:39 PR on the mile, my very last mile in high school, which was pretty hype to have my PR as my very last race. she was cheering on for me on the laps, and it was just really encouraging. So seeing that, remembering how far I've come was really helpful. And also just I remember when I was finishing up at Stuken, I was kind of like, man, I wish I'd talked with more of the people, really gotten to know them, and just taking more advantage of all the amazing people at Stuken. Like not taking advantage of them, but just like talking to them, getting to know them. Like I've been, gushing about this company for a while, and it was like maybe a month before, like when I had this realization, and I was like, you know what, I still can. And so I talked with some of the people and scheduled meetings with other people that may have been harder to reach, and it was great. It was awesome. So it was like I'm really glad that I had those inspiring conversations to help me push strong to the finish. They really helped me out, helped me to not just kind of get sucked into, oh, I just have to do this a couple more days and it's over. No, I wanted to finish strong. I wanted to get as much as I could out of the experience. And, that's just something I'm doing right now in college too. Even today, I talked to the teacher that I've never met before, and he's like, yeah, we definitely need to be friends. I run a podcast, I do some writing, we need to be friends. And I'm like, okay, that's crazy. Yeah, let's be friends. And somebody I met through one of my other podcast friends that I was roommates with, Ryan Sorensen, back in the day. But still, it was just mind blowing to me. This person is so like excited to meet me, and I'm meeting him literally like my last month of college. That's mind blowing. So it's like I need to get in touch with these people, and I cannot rely only on myself. I mean, obviously, you've built up a lot of strength to get as far as you have, but for me, being very wise in who you talk to and stuff helps you have strength. For me, talking with my girlfriend Bella helps a lot with having strength of mind and character and stuff too. Some days are just really difficult, but talking with her helps me to see things a lot more clearly and to just push farther, to keep going. There's that quote that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And for me, I want to go far. I want to push myself. I want to go really far and learn and help a lot of other people go far. And that means I'm going to have other people helping me out. I'm going to be thinking of other people and helping out other people. Finally, we have pacing yourself. It's so easy when you are doing so good and you're so close to be like, I'm just going to sprint as hard as I've ever sprinted in my life ever. I'm just not even going to sleep. I'm just going to work so hard. And I'm going to break all of my quota. I'm going to just do all this stuff. I'm just going to, anyway, you know what I'm saying. It's not healthy to do that because you can pull that off for maybe a day. And I'm a testament of it. It can wreck a week pretty good. If you stay up all night doing homework or something like that. I've never really stayed up all night doing homework. Well, for some projects and stuff, but it really doesn't happen very often. I've had more all-nighters in college from literally just getting sucked into YouTube or video games or something than staying up doing homework, thankfully, But anyway, you need to pace yourself. You need to pace yourself because day by day, it's going to go away. Just, you don't have to get there right now. It's in the distance. I have like 95 assignments left in college. I wrote them down on the board. It's on my wall. It's really nice to have it on my wall, but I'm not tackling all of them at once. Each week, there's like 4 weeks left. Each week has around 20 assignments. That includes exams and stuff. And I'm just taking care of them as I can and trying to get ahead, of course. And that's pretty much it. If you try to push yourself way too much, you're probably going to burn out. It's going to be frustrating. You just got to focus on pacing yourself and remembering that every step you take right now is a chance to help you get farther along with your next stepping stone. I've talked about this with Bella and some other people. Like, when I graduate, I want to be like one of the best possible spots I can be in, relatively speaking. Like, have the podcast planned out, like finally having it more planned out and episodes more recorded out and stuff. And so many other things so I can give myself more, patience and time and relaxation and rest, which haven't really been things I've given myself. I've been going hard at college since fall 2020. I've been going every semester since then. I had a couple of chill semesters here and there or off tracks, but since fall 2020, I've kind of just gone straight for it. And it's been good. Of course, I've gone done quicker, but it's been a little crazy. So I'm excited to take a break and to just pace myself here to the end. And you get to know yourself pretty well as you keep showing up day in and day out. You know what's beyond your pace and what's like way beyond your pace, and you just have to take it a day at a time. As difficult as that sounds, as annoying as that sounds, it's just going to take one step at a time, level by level, and you're going to get there. You're going to get there, and you're going to have a good ending to whatever it is. And another side tip is just working on little stuff to help out that version of yourself, considering where you want to be with that version of yourself, and working on those little things day by day right now. Instead of focusing on just what you need to get done, maybe focusing and working on a couple other things that will help you for that next day one. Next chapter, man. Good stuff. Yeah, so that's why you need to. That's why it's really important. It's crazy. I remember running miles in high school a lot, and eventually your body starts to pace itself. It's like, okay, I'm going to run this fast, then I'm going to slow down, then I'm going to speed up. It's amazing how that works. And we can get that same kind of rhythm if we plan on it and we work for it in other stuff too. And I've definitely noticed that, and I'm figuring that out a lot here in college. So trust your pace, go for it, and enjoy the race as much as you can. Enjoy the race. Finish strong. So those are my 3 little tips for finishing things strong. Again, we have focus on what excites you. That's on the other side of getting the job well done. Mind melding and networking and stuff with people that have lifted you and helped you get better. If they've helped you get better and get to that point, they're probably going to help you get strong and finish strong. That's just kind of logic. And then finally, we have pace yourself. You need to pace yourself, show love for yourself to the end, and know that all of that pacing yourself is going to help you have a much stronger finish, and to be able to get to have a much better start at your next day one. So as always, thank you so much for listening. I really do appreciate it. Checking out. There's a lot of more episodes coming. I'm getting better at organizing and stuff like that. I'm just going to keep trying. And another interview coming up soon on next Monday with, I'm not going to spoil it, but it'll be a good one. And I'm excited to share that, and just a lot of other good stuff coming down the road. The light is there. I can see it much clearer than I have ever before as far as college goes. So we're going to work towards it. It's going to be great. I'm going to focus on what excites me on the other side, what I'm going to network and help other people and learn from their strength and get good stuff from their strength, and I'm going to pace myself. So as always, I hope the podcast is helpful for you and that it was helpful for you in some way this episode. And definitely follow it at Yield to Day of Down Podcast on Instagram. And follow for more episodes as always. And maybe let somebody else know if you like it as well. Helps the community grow. With that all said, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to remember that each seed that you're planting will make an impact, will help somebody, will influence them in some way. So keep planting those good seeds. It's going to make a difference for them. Even if it takes a long time, it will make a difference. Keep doing it. With that all said, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to yield today, and it'll be a better tomorrow.